the screen now, and off we go. I'm not seeing the screen.
I'm already sharing the screen, sir.
I'm not seeing it at all.
If anyone is seeing the screen, I'd like you to put yes in the chat box. The other alternative is that you will use my laptop.
That's okay. I will use my manuscript. All right, we are looking. You will see something. I don't know what you are seeing on your screen. I'm not seeing it, but I have my manuscript from me. It's showing webbing approach. Webbing approach. Can somebody tell me whether you are seeing it?
That's what they signed. Yes, yes.
People yes, sir, we can see it.
Yes, okay. I can see. I can see it. Okay. I can see it clearly.
I'm not seeing it. All right. I am trying to give to you in a way the totality of writing of the proposal. And I'm going to reason with you. I want us to reason together and do it. If you see that web, inside it, you will see move to online training. You see that plus here, put yes, yes. Did you see that? Move to online training. Okay, you have seen it. That is what the proposal is all about. The customer, or you call him the proposed client, wants you to help them move their training to online. They have been doing face-to-face, which is what we all know and we are used to. But now they want to move it to online, and they want you to write a proposal for them that you can do it. The proposal is the document you will use to convince the customer that you understand their needs. The first thing is to convince them that you understand their needs. And the second thing is that you are capable of bringing solution that will satisfy them. To show to them that you understand their needs, and secondly, to show that you have the capacity, capability, the knowledge, the experience, the exposure to do what you are saying you want to do. And therefore, they are going to evaluate you based on this proposal that you are writing. This is what is going to give you the business. So the proposal we are going to write now is to write for a company or an institution that wants to move their training to online. They are moving it to online. So you will look at 6 points. 6 points that you are going to look at. And then you will start with the first one. These 6 points are the things you are going to cover. The first one is the key needs. What is the key need of the person, the company? What do they need? What do they want? They said they want to move online. That is just one sentence. Is it as simple as that? Is that all? No. What is the key need? What do they want to get by going online? What do they want to achieve? So the first thing is they want to have larger share of trainees. They want their trainees to increase. They want more trainees to come, because if they are online, they are not limited by space anymore. Space will not limit them. Our company, we were doing training, one type of training. We were doing it face to face. And before the lockdown, we were looking for property to buy, because the place we were using was taking about 40 people. And the people were coming to 40, 50, and we couldn't take them. So we wanted to buy a bigger space. But by moving them online now, we don't need that big space again. We can have a greater share of trainees. Number two, they want to keep up with competition. There are other companies that are already online. There are other companies that have part of their training face to face and have part of it online. So if they too now, this company can also put their own training online, so they'll be able to compete with their competitors. They'll be able to match up to them or leave them behind if those ones have not gone up to online. Then what again would they want? They want to reduce the cost of operation. By going online, they want to reduce the cost of operation. When our company was doing that face-to-face, in-person training, generator was on all the time to be able to carry the air conditioner. When you put about 40 people in a room, the generator must work when NEPA takes away the light so that the place will be comfortable. So we were spending about 5,000 naira every day for diesel. And that means for 1 week, we will spend 25,000. For 1 month, we spend 100,000. That one is reduced, is removed. We don't need that again by the time we move the training online. So these people, the person who is telling you, I want to move it online, they want to reduce the cost of operations. And then lastly, they want to have a bigger, I've already mentioned that they have a larger share of the trainees. So the next thing is this, number two. Number two, they want outcomes. When they go online, what will come up? What will they get? What I've told you before is what they want. But when they actually get online, what would they be getting? Let's look at it. Number one, they will have a wider market coverage. Right now, our company, we train people from Akwa Ibom, Uyo. People come from Sokoto. We are training them from Lagos. So we have a wider market. That's part of the outcome. Number two, they want improved customer convenience. People were coming to our office. Our office is in Lekki Phase 1. If a man is living in Okokomaiko, for him to get to our place, it will take up to 3 hours. And the cost of transportation. Then going back another 3 hours and cost of transportation. And if he's living in Ijebu-Ode, he will come also before he can pass the Badger's traffic and get all the way to Lekki Phase 1. It's very inconveniencing. But by doing it online, they are in their own homes or their offices, and they will be receiving lecture, and they will be seeing us just as you are seeing me now. I'm sitting now in my house, and I'm speaking. I'm dressed up as if I am outside. So I'm happy, and I'm getting the lecture. I'm giving it to you. You are receiving it in your house too, or your office. You don't need to come to our office. So convenience for the people, and then increase in head count. The number of students will be more. The number, I told you, we were having up to 40 restrictions, but now if we have 100 people, we will train them. More head count. More head count. And lastly, increased profit. Since the costs are reduced, since we have larger number of people, since there's greater head count, there will be greater profit. So you are going to be looking at it. This company tells you, we want to move our training online. You have looked at what will that one mean? What are the key words there? Then what will come if they move online? What would it be coming to them? You are going to be jotting these things down because They are going to form the blocks which you are going to use to produce that your proposal that will win the contract for you. So let's go to number 3. Number 3, what will be your solution? They say they want to move online. What will be solution? What will you tell them? You have to tell them something that will make them believe that you understand what they want. So when you tell them what they are going to get, if they come online, all those things I've just told you now, they will say, okay, now tell us, how is it going to be? How are you going to do it? What will you do? Then you tell them about the hardware they're going to use. You tell them about the software. You tell them about the services that you require, network services, others. I have to, for myself now, I have to buy 4 types of device, 4 types of network to enable me get a stable way to talk to you people. So you talk about that. Then you talk about the trainers, the people who are going to be training. Where are they coming from? Trainers are cheaper now because they too, they will not need to leave their homes to come. They stay in their homes or their offices and they'll be training there. And who are those trainers? Then the content, what are they going to be bringing? The way they're going to train them, is it the same way as a face-to-face? So you will tell them of all these things. They will say, okay. Then they will look for something more. Number 4, what is the cost? How much are we going to pay you for this? So you write down, what will be the pricing? How will I price this thing? What will be the cost I have? And what will be the return on investment? So you price it and you put that price there. So we go to number 5. Why should they choose you? Why should they choose Orok and Co? Why should they choose you? You are the one to tell them. They say you should not blow your trumpet. In writing proposal, if you don't blow your trumpet, you are already disqualified. You won't win anything. You are going to blow your trumpet and blow it very well. Why should they employ you? Why should they engage you? Why should you be the best? Because this proposal is usually issued to many people, or just issued generally. They are advertised in the newspaper. And then they ask people to come and apply, and you are applying. So you don't even know who is going to apply and compete with you. So why should they choose you of all those people? Why? You are going to tell them things concerning your references, people you have worked for before, who can talk about you. People you've worked for before. One finance company wanted to employ our company to do something for them. And he was saying, who have you worked for? Then we told them we work for Central Bank of Nigeria. He said, if I work for the Central Bank of Nigeria, can work for us. We said we also work for SEC, Security and Exchange Commission. They say, So you tell them, reference. Then related projects that relate, that are similar or of the same type that you have done, you have to talk about them. Maybe in the last 5 years or in the last 3 years, you have to talk about them. Then awards that you have. 2018, we were appointed the best expert on advisory services in Nigeria by one organization from abroad. We have this thing with us, the award. You will show them. Then partnerships and alliances. What partnership? Who are your partners? And with whom are you in alliance? Like our company, we are a member of BKR. BKR is a company that is in 80 countries of the world. And we're the one that is representing the group in Nigeria. And they are in many places in Africa, they're in Kenya, they're in South Africa, everywhere. So you tell them, they can go to this thing, they will see you, they will see your company there. You go there, you see our company. You see Nigeria, you go and Google it, you see our company there. So you tell them the things that make them to believe you have the capacity, you have the knowledge, you have the skills, you have the people around you to do it. Blow your trumpet here and blow it very well. Okay, and the last one now. How will you plan the project? They want to know how you plan the project. How will you plan this project? You need to tell them the timeline. They may tell you, we want this thing within 6 months. So you have to plan yourself within that 6 months. Who are the people you are going to use? What are their qualifications? What are their experiences? Where are they based, in Nigeria or outside Nigeria? Are they mixture? Some in Nigeria, some outside Nigeria. Some will even look at gender balance. Will there be any woman in the group? Then what is the scope of work? They give you the scope of work usually, what they want you to do in the terms of reference. They will show you what they want. So you remember that scope of work. And then methodology. What is the method you are going to use to put this thing out? So this thing, you do develop this web, cognitive web, and then you now come and arrange it, and your business proposal is ready. Let us look at how you will meet customers' needs. As I was talking to you, I said to you that there are things that the customer, they want. They just said, we want to move our training online. They didn't tell you more than that. You are the one to reason, to brainstorm. What are the other things they will want for a company that moves their training online? What are the outcomes they will want to get? What are the key words that are inside that their statement that we want to be online? What are the statements that they didn't mention to you, but they are saying it? So they can be broken into 3 groups, and within those 3 groups, you can learn them. You can learn to make use of them. They will work for any organization. Number 1 of it is the business outcomes. Business, what they expect. Business in business one, that's business related. They want to hear improving profitability. If they say they're doing something, they want to hear that thing will improve their profitability. So look at it. How can it improve their profitability? So that you can tell them. You tell them what they want to hear. You tell them it will increase their market share. How will it improve their market share? You have to reason it out. Look at it. You may need to go to their industry and see what's happening in their industry to enable you state this thing. Then accelerating growth rate, you will make them to grow faster. If you are online and you can get people from every part of the country or even outside the country, it will make you to grow. The rate of growth will be faster. Reducing cycle time, the time that it will take for you to start and then end in cash, it will be reduced. You look at it. It depends on the project they give you. Not all of them will be like that. Then leveraging on data. It will leverage because the data is already stored now. You can leverage on it. It depends on the contract. Not everyone will have this. For some projects, that will be so. Like the one I'm telling you now, may leverage on data if we decide to subscribe to some data somewhere through which we'll be sending email to people who are prospective students. Now, if you go to technical, the things we tell them on the technical side, automating. When you go online, you automate your system, you automate your procedures, and it becomes faster, and accuracy will be assured. Then you tell them adding flexibility. If it's online, it will be flexible. If it is we are going to meet in Lagos. If you are coming to our Lagos office, it means you have to come to our Lagos office. But this training I'm telling you now, I'm doing for you now, I'm doing it from Lekki office. But I can move from here to London and be doing it there. You will not know that I'm in London doing it. That brought flexibility for me. Then improving quality, you increase quality. You have to increase the quality what you are doing. It depends on the project. The project, is it going to increase quality? If it is, then you put it there. Then it will rectify process steps. So the steps will be 10. If you bring this thing on, it may reduce 3 out of it so that it becomes 7. And because you have removed 7 now, you have reduced some cost for them and you make it faster. So you have to reason. This one, I just give you as a template for you to be looking at it. Had it been we have time now, I will ask you, I'll just give you one case now and ask you to apply this thing to it so that you'll be able to be able to appeal to the customer. Then there are social things they expect. Ego, ego is part of the thing. When you are doing this thing, there's element of ego in it. So that is social. That social internal, there's internal. It will bring morale, to improve the morale of the people. They want to hear that. It will reduce absenteeism. It will increase turnover or reduce turnover of workers. Workers will not be going away, they will stay more. It depends the project they give you. It will reduce turnover, does not apply to this our own that I'm telling you. But in some places, when you go online, it reduces turnover. Okay. Then what other things you could tell them? External. There will be higher customer satisfaction. People want to hear that their customers will be satisfied more by they're going to do the project. And then you tell them brand loyalty. Depends. As I said to you, it depends on the project. You pick from these things that I've given. It's just a template, expo that I've given you, so that you can just go and take it. When they bring the project, you take this thing down and find the one that you can knock there. And then they say, yeah, you know this thing. You appeal to them. I told you before, you have to demonstrate to them that you understand their needs. And secondly, you can do it. You have the capacity to do it. That one has some element of persuasion in it. There's element of persuasion in telling them you can do it. Because there's no way they will know that you can do it. You are the one to tell them that you can do it. Okay. Now let us take the whole thing together now. Let us go through the thing to go together. First of all, just go through, then I'll come and be explaining it. Let us look at it. This is the schematic representation of proposal writing. Analysis of the RFP. RFP means request for proposal. They will ask for proposal. The request, you will analyze it. Let me just go through. So I will come and pick them one by one. Next, you will do bid number analysis. There are different bids. There are different bids. The bid number 1, bid number 2, bid number 3. So which bid number is your own? Number 4, okay. You analyze it. What is required on bid number 4? What is required in bid number 4 may not be what is required in bid number 3. Okay? Level of effort. What level of effort is required for you on this thing? You will look at it. Further analysis. You analyze it further. Analyze the decision maker. The people who are going to take decisions, whether to choose you or not. Who are they? What would they want? Okay. Then choose a win strategy. Now, for you to do that, when you do further analysis, you will prepare a list of requirement checklist. What do they want? Some of them, they will list the things they want. You have to copy it out. But if they give it to you, okay, that's it. You just be marking it. Then you look at this thing. Develop solution. This is the requirement. These are the solutions. You are to develop the solution. The requirement, they are to give that one to you. Then you choose a win strategy. Which strategy will you use that will make sure that you win this contract? All right. Then cognitive web. That thing that I showed you, the web that I showed you, you will develop that thing. And then you assign tasks. who is going to do what within your team, who is going to do what. And then you also write the cover letter, the executive summary. Some you don't need the executive summary. It is just the letter you are going to write. Then cost analysis. You do the cost analysis. In some, they call it financial analysis or financial bid or financial proposal. So you would prepare that. Then you do the technical proposal, financial proposal. And then you assemble the draft. You put all these things you have been doing here and there, you now put them together. You will read it through and revise your draft. Then you give it to the management, the top management, or whoever has been designated in your company to be looking at it. They will review it, and then you will submit. Sometimes they will ask you to come and make presentation. You go there and make presentation to them. If you don't get it, then you come back and do analysis. Why did we lose? What's the reason for our losing? Why? If we got it, why was it given to us? So that we will use this one to learn against the future. So, having said that, let us go back to the beginning now, because this is the totality of the proposal writing. You analyze the RFP, the request for proposal, you analyze it. The way to do that is to start, you will read it. You read that request for proposal, you will read it many times. This book, this thing is always like a small book. And that is why it is intimidating to many people, especially the formal request. You know, this proposal, it could be informal. That means you see an opportunity in a place and then you write a proposal for them. You will still use the technique I told you and you will go there. But in that case, they don't have any requirement for you. You are the one to determine what you think they will require. So I'm looking at one that is a formal. So you will review it. You will read it and read it and read it to gain an overall sense of what they want. You have to understand what they want. And sometimes you can't just read it one time and understand it. They put a lot of grammar there, technical language, they use it. So then you note obvious conflicts or discrepancies in it. Sometimes there will be conflict. Sometimes they will say, this thing must be submitted within 10 days. And then they will put a date that will be showing that it is 30 days. You will notice it. Conflicts or things that are not very clear, you note them down. Because these things that you are noting them down, you can write to them by email to clarify them. Or when there is a time for them, when there is a time for them to come, they call people to come, and when you come in there, they will ask people if you have questions. So the questions you have listed are when you review the RFP, you will bring it to them. So they will answer you that place. But if not, you can send them. Some will say, if you have any question, ask this person or send email to this person within this time, before a particular time. So that's why you must read it in on time, because there's always a timeline within which you must respond to the RFP. And there's always a timeline within which you can ask questions. The time within you can ask questions is very short. So if you don't take that opportunity, you will not get it. And if you don't ask questions, they will not send to you the answers that people who ask questions are getting. So it's better for you to say one thing, and then when the people when they are responding to other people, they will send to you the questions. And if there are any issues that you didn't get well, you will get it from the answers they gave to the other people. Then you will now, in reviewing this thing, you also bring it into 3 parts. You know, the administrative information, the information that they want about you. Administrative information, that's about you. What is your, where are you? The point of contact, who will be the person they will talk to. We have one in our company now that we put our managing partner as the point of contact, and they could not get in touch with him. They were always coming to me. So I told them that's the point of contact. They need somebody who will be the point of contact. So they will ask for you, who is going to be the point of contact? They will tell you how many copies they want. They will tell you whether there is going to be a leaders conference. That's a conference, a meeting where they will do briefing. Today now, no, not today, tomorrow, that our managing partner will be going for that one I'm telling you now, for the briefing. We will go there for the briefing. So some have briefing. They will go there and get the briefing. So you will note down all these things, the schedules, the address to which you should send this thing. Note them. Because if you send your response to a wrong address, you have already disqualified yourself. Then look at the legal requirements. The legal requirements, what are the things they want you to do legally? What are they? List them out. See them and see how you can get them for them. Then you also need to get the format. What is the format? They can tell you the thing must not be more than 10 pages or more than 5 pages. There's financial proposal should not be more than 2 pages. They tell you, you must know that. The content, what are the things that they want? They specify some things. You must write them down and make sure those things are there. When you look at all these things, you'll be able to see whether you can do it or you cannot do it. Whether it is worth for you to go to it. Is it job necessary for you to do? Do you write a proposal for this thing? They're asking for 10 things and you have only 4. Can you get the remaining 6 before that time? If you cannot get it, there'll be no need for you to waste your time writing. Then you look at the jargon they may put there, terminology. Look at them. If you don't understand them, find out. If you can't find out, get in touch with them. And then you look at this thing. So you look at that RFP request for professional request for proposal. You analyze it, you check it, you read it, understand it very well. I always read it 2-3 times, and when I'm responding, I also be reading it. If they advertise it in the newspaper, I'll cut the advert and keep it there in the file which you are using as the working paper and sheet. I'll be looking at it, every part of it as I'm listening to it, I'll be doing it. Then you analyze the bid. This bid, what is required for this bid? Who are the people qualified for this bid? Do we have any relationship with them? If you have a relationship with them, you have up to 40% chances of winning. If you have no relationship with them in the past, the chances are not more than 10%. So that means if you write 10 proposals, you may not win more than 1, and you may not even win any one at all. So that's why you need to look at it before you write. You don't just go and be writing. So you need to see whether the proposal is slanted towards a prospective competitor. And if it is towards a competitor, is it possible for you to beat that competitor? You need to know. So then, level of effort. How much do you need? How much effort will you need to put into this thing? Because they don't pay for the proposal. They will not pay you for the proposal. You write the proposal at your own expense. So if the chances of your winning is so low, you may not bother to go into it. But if you see that you have a chance, especially where they give to many people, not just one project. Say they want to appoint for Lagos State now, they want to appoint people who will be doing laundry for the students. Let's say the government says they want a project, they'll be laundering the dresses of the uniform of the students in public school. Obviously, they will not appoint only one person. So that one, if you apply, the chances of winning is higher. But if they want to employ only one for that work, the chances of your winning it is very low if you are not in APC. If you are in the PDP and they know you, you sure you won't get it at all. Even if you are APC and you are not known there, they won't give it to you. So you need to look at it and see whether you can get it. Then you do further analysis, the decision maker. Who is going to make decision whether to buy or not to buy? What would they want? Let me tell you something. The management, general management, what those ones will want is he able to do it? Is this person capable? Is he having reputation? Has he done this thing before? Those are the ones they want to know. And they want to know where he is. Where can they find it? But there are people who will review these proposals. They are not the top management. They may be in top management, but they are having interest in some specific areas. Maybe if like that our own that I talked about now, like the training, taking the training online. The man who is in charge of IT in that company will be very much interested and he will be asking questions about IT. Then the man who is in charge of revenue will also be asking you questions. How will you control the money that is going to come? How will they pay? What is this? We'll be asking you all those questions. So those ones, they look into detail of what you are writing. And they will ask questions if they are able to meet you. Because sometimes they will ask you to come and present. When we were to work for Central Bank, we went to present 3 times. They will ask you to present, and there will be a panel of up to 8 people. They'll be asking you questions. So you need to get yourself to understand who are the people that are going to make decisions, so that your appeal will be able to touch what they want. Then that's where you are writing this your cognitive web, that web that I told you. That web that I told you can be bigger than that. You put more things in it because you brainstorm with other members of your team to get it done. And then you can go online to go and check Google to find more information. Then you assign the task. You assign tasks for yourself and the people in your group. In the work, if you are going to use about 4 people, who are the people you are going to use? Our managing partner, they prepared 1 paper and they want to do two proposals for 2 jobs, 2 different jobs. So I looked at the thing. I said, how will you be able to do this thing here? Don't you think you may need to change some of this team so that if these people should delay you for any reason, you will still be able to continue with your business? You have to look at it. You have to look at it and see the task so that people will be available. They'll be available when you say they're going to work. The availability of the people will be there. So, and in the preparation of this thing now, you will also revise the draft. The draft that you are going to do, you revise it. When you have revised the draft, you then give it to management. Those senior people that are there, they will help you to look at it. And then they will make some corrections and you submit. And when you finish, you come back. If you don't get it, you find out why you don't get it. If you get it, you find out why you got it. All right, we will stop there so that you can have time to ask questions. And from your questions, I'll be able to use it to answer more questions.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you very much, sir. And,
thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Wonderful presentation, sir. We are very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I would
thank you, sir.
like to mute everyone again now. Thank you. I'm muting everyone again because of the background noise. And we are going to take questions. But before we take questions, we quickly have another presentation, very short presentation. I can see that some people have started submitting their questions. If you have questions, really, you can put your questions, just go to the chat box and write down your questions. We will take them. I can see that you are raising your hands. Some people are raising their hands. You just give me a few more minutes and we'll go on, we'll take questions. We'd like to say a very big thank you to Dr. Olubanjo for the presentation on proposal writing. And we quickly go to some other aspect of business before we go on. If you need, one service would like to let you know is that if you need accounting solution service for your business or for the business of your clients, you can, as a matter of fact, contact our company, Adebola Shobanjo Company. We are partners to Sage, and our products, you know, solved a lot of problems. If you want to help your business to restart or to be on track for growth and prosperity, you can contact us. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to invite my colleague, Moji Sola Salau, to make a brief presentation on the loans available for business owners. Moji, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's another wonderful Wednesday program. I'm going to talk about the two friendly loans that our company are offering presently. I'm going to talk about the NISA Microfinance Bank loan and also the Big Bank of Industry. So I take the NISA Microfinance Bank first. NISA Microfinance Bank gives a loan up to 10 million naira to micro, small, and medium enterprises. They have their offices in 56. There are 56 branches nationwide in the post offices within Nigeria. And these are the people that can access the NISA loan. If you are in the information technology sector, creative, arts, industrial, agricultural, manufacturing, hospitality industries, automobile services, catering and event management, welding and fabrication, electrical and electronics, POP and tiling, carpentry, masonry, publishing, health services, fashion and dressmaking, apparels and textiles, animal husbandry, and media. Next slide, please. These are the benefits of the NISA loan. The interest rate is set at a single digit of 5% per annum. The loan amount is 10 million naira maximum. The repayment period is up to 7 years, and they give 6 months moratorium. This is how to access the NISA loan. Attend the 5-day entrepreneurship training, prepare your business plan, fill your online loan application. Our next training will commence from Monday, 5th October to 9th October 2020. So please, if I have referrals, please contact me so that I can register them for the next training. Then I'm also going to talk about the Bank of Industry. Bank of Industry gives loan to medium and large enterprises. They give loan up to 1 billion naira. Fortunately, our company, Adebola Shobanjo Company Limited, is one of the PDSPs in the national category. National category means that we can help, we can process the application, loan application from any part of Nigeria. So whether you live in Sokoto or Zamfara or Kaduna or Abuja, our company can package your loan application and submit on your behalf. And we don't just submit, we ensure that you get the loan. So these are some of the BOI managed funds. They have the BOI to CBN intervention fund. They have the cassava bread fund. They have the fashion and beauty product. They have the Nollywood fund, the solar energy automotive fund, solar mineral sector. Who can Bank of Industry assist? They assist small, medium, and large enterprises. They assist new or existing business companies seeking expansion, modernization, or diversification. They also assist borrowers with no record of unpaid loan, SY Development Financial Institution, and other banks. The Bank of Industry loan is in two categories. The first category, you can access between 1 million to 10 million. For this loan, you don't need any collateral, just 2 guarantors. Then for the second category, that is from above 10 million to 1 billion naira. When you get this type of loan, it helps you to secure and to make you a big player in your industry. Next slide. These are the loan details for Bank of Industry. The loan ranges from 10 million to 1 billion naira. The repayment period is up to 6 years. This depends on the loan amount. It can be adjusted. The interest rate is 9%, and they also give 6-month moratorium. We can help you get a loan to expand your business. So my contacts will be displayed on the screen shortly. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Moji. And if you have questions for Moji concerning the loans, or if you have questions for Dr. Olubanjo concerning the proposal writing, it's now time we are going to take all the questions. But before I begin to call you, I have some people have submitted questions, and I'm going to read the first one I have here. Doctor, please. It says, how do I protect my proposal to prevent it from being purged and used elsewhere by unscrupulous persons? Please, can you answer that question? Thank you, sir. Dr. Olubanjo, please.
Thank you very much. That question is something that has 2 ways of looking at it. When we write proposal, we always put it in there that this proposal is meant for this particular person, and nobody is authorized to use it that this has copyright. But those people you are talking about, if they want to do so, they will still do so, and we may not even know. But that's what we put it there because it's a copyrighted thing. We put it. And if it is a general public proposal, everybody will bring their own there and they will see it. There is nothing you can do about that. But if it is an opportunity proposal that you think there is an opportunity somewhere and you decide to write to them, it is the management of that place that will take that your proposal and remove the cover and go and give it to their friends to do. That's why in proposals, sometimes you don't, until they will ask you to come around to do this thing, you don't give too much information. You don't give too much information. You tell them what to do, but you don't tell them how you are going to do it. And you don't tell all. You ask that there should be a presentation. That if they call you for a time to come and make presentation. So that's the only way. A thief, you cannot prevent. I don't know whether there's any way to prevent a thief from stealing. It's in him to steal. Even when they put him in jail, he will be stealing inside the jail. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I have a question for Moji now. The question says, please, can someone apply for loan with NISA and as well as from Bank of Industry at the same time?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is possible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now, I think Mr. Sylvester raised his hand the other time. Mr. Sylvester, please, you raised your hand. Can you please come up now with your question?
How do I get the accounting package?
The accounting package. Fine.
Yes.
Please, you will be called immediately after this program.
All right.
I will call you after this program. Thank you very much, sir. Please, does any other person have a question? Any other question, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah,
I have a question.
Go on, sir.
Okay, Doctor, thank you very much, sir, for a great lecture. Sir, do you think that writing proposals still work in Nigeria because of the man-no-man syndrome that we operate?
Yeah. Thank you very much, DSC. We are happy to see you. DSC is a council member of ICANN. It's a current member of ICANN. It's a council member. We thank you for coming. We feel honored by seeing you at our program. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
It is still working. It works. Our company is an example that it works. And I'll look at it from two angles. I said that when you look at the proposal they're asking for, you will need to look at the effort that is required to be put into it and the money that it will cost you. If it will cost you so much money, you also look at it whether you have a relationship there. I also said that if you have a relationship there, there is a 40% chances that you may win. But if you don't have any relationship there, it's not maximum 10% chances that you win. So if the proposal is for only one thing, for example, there is one that are in our office now, and then I looked at it and said, this one is only one of you, and 23 of you are there. You don't know anybody there. You are not likely to get it. But in any case, still write it and give them. So you will look at the thing, the ones that are requiring many people. Some of them, they require up to 20 people, 20 consultants, 20 people to come and service them. You can win in that. If you do a good job, you can win because they have interest. Some of them have interest, but when you do well, you will still get the thing. Especially if it is something that is spread, maybe spread around the country. Some people we want to choose only like us that we're in Lagos. If we choose only Lagos, we're not likely to get it because if you have 23 people from the team, you will find out that about 15 of them are coming from Lagos. How will you get it? So if we are going to pick in our case, we will not pick Lagos, we will not pick Southwest, we will pick in the north or the middle belt. So that's where we will go. We will not say we want to go to Aba or to Enugu because we know that those ones will be there. You will need to look at all those things. That is still, especially at the federal government level. Federal government level, there is still some element of this thing there. Then that's one side. The other second side is this. When you write for some things, you may not know anybody there, but it falls into your strength. Is this an area where you have strength? You write it and just do the thing. When they are going to hold the meeting, you will just find out that somebody there will come to know you. Take for example now, there is a proposal for us to help them to establish a school, an institution somewhere, maybe in Nasarawa, and the institution requires accounting. It requires accounting. Accounting is a major part of the entrepreneurship thing they are going to do. And so they decide that they're going to call ICANN to send them an assessor. They go to University of Ibadan to bring an assessor. They go to CMG to bring an assessor. So they assemble assessors, maybe about 7. And it just happened that when ICANN is taking assessor, it takes DSC Alaribe. And when it goes to CMD, it takes one of our friends who is there from Kano and put him there. Then they ask them to bring somebody from University of Benin. It happened to take one of my students that I taught before. And they are there. There are 3 out of 7. When they come in there, our DSC will see us, will say our work, knows our work, knows our standard. That other one will come there. He doesn't know that the man knows us. And that one says, this Shobanjo and Co, they are very good. Though. I am very sure that DSC will tell them a story to show to us, to show to them that these people are good. And that one from Investor Beijing will talk. And that way we'll get the job. It has happened to us within the past 12 months, 2 times, where they will be doing the assessment. We will not even know that those people are there on the board to be board of assessors. They will be the one calling us, say, Oga, we saw your name for this thing, oh, and your people will not come. Wait till happen. Why they not come? Anyway, we don't tell them, say, make them put your name, oh, we don't just place your name, and eventually we got the job. So it is necessary for us. That is why networking, I don't know where I was talking networking before. I don't know whether it is on this forum. Networking is very, very important. Networking is so important because you don't know where you go and somebody will help you. DSC, you don't need to go and give him any money before he tells you. He will say the truth and he will say it with a story that everybody will laugh and they will get into. So if you don't apply there and DSC is there, you will not get it. So that's why the thing is still working. There are people who are honest in the country, and there are things that work in the favor of the people who are really working also themselves. We have the past 12 months, we have gotten two big jobs where they have, even one of them, they told us we cannot get it, that the governor of the state said they should give it to a particular person. But we said, okay, we'll go. And I decided to go there by myself with the managing partner. And the chairman saw me, and 2 other people saw me. You are here, this and that and that. And at the end of it, the person the governor asked to come, he didn't come. And he sent somebody, the person he sent, we have finished the thing before he came. And we have gotten the job. So it's still happening, sir. One can still get it.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for the response. We still have some questions, but there are so many people that said they would like the accounting package and would like to tell you that you should kindly drop your phone number and email address. Our technical business executive will contact you. Drop it in the chat box now. Now, someone is asking a question. So must I open an account with NISA and BOI before loan can be extended to me? Moji, please, can you answer that question? Moji? Okay.
The answer is that for NISA, you must open account with them. They want you to open account. For BOI, you don't need to.
Thank you very much, sir. So do we have any other questions?
There's another question that has been there. Many of them are asking. You have not answered them. Is that one? You are the one to answer the question.
Okay.
How do I get the
slides? You are going to get the slides. We are going to have it on our website, shobanjointernational.com. You go to shobanjointernational.com, you will see we are going to place this there, and immediately after the event. And then you will see the subsequent ones. They are also there. You can have access to them. We have rich resources there. So be rest assured. Thank you very much.
One question, can your company assist in writing a proposal, and what's an idea of the cost?
Okay.
Yeah, we can assist in writing it. It depends on the proposal. Some proposals are very small, some proposals are very big. So we will require discussion with the person to know what they want to get. For example, one non-profit organization needed to approach a funding somewhere, and they asked us to help them to write it, and we did it, and they were surprised to give them the money. So we are ready to do that. We'll do it a lot. And we're always writing. In our office, we're always writing proposals. You must be writing proposals in your office. At least you should write one every month to get your business going. And we can also contact us to come and train your people. You can train your people on how to write proposals, and it will be more detailed than this. We may not come to physically, we must do it online. If you want it online, we'll do it online, and you will see that your people can write. You must be writing proposals. Every organization should write proposals, and we can teach you. We can help you write it. If it's a very key one, you will need somebody to help you to do the thing. Otherwise, you will not be able to get it. They do qualification, pre-qualification. Pre-qualification, it is not whether you can do it now. They will just look at what is there. And then they will say, yes, you have met this, you have met that, you met that. And then they will take you, or they will disqualify the others. Majority of the people will be disqualified. Then when it comes to this technical report and financial thing now, there is an element of negotiation there. They will ask you the questions, and then you answer them. So if you have a key business, you need a person to write for you. Somebody wanted to get some money from a group of people to do shipping. They had to come to us to help them. They paid us big money to get the ship, because getting ship is not an easy thing. But they were happy to do that. You know? So thank you very much. We are always there to help anybody that wants us. And some people write the thing, they want us to help them do the analysis of the cost aspect and the Gantt chart. Because when you are assigning tasks, you will do a Gantt chart, which will be showing who will be who, when they will be there, and how when they go to finish. You need to do that. So some people can write all the things, but that aspect of it, they come to us and ask us to do it for them. So we help them to do it. Thank you. Thank you very much for the question. Very important.
Thank you very much, sir. In addition to what the chairman has said, we assist to write proposals. It's the same assistance we give to those who want to grow their businesses by getting loans from Bank of Industry. It does not matter the amount you need, even if it is 600,000, 600 million, up to 1 billion, we assist. We help you to package, we ensure that all your documents are complete. So we take the work off you and we submit on your behalf. So they will just call you when it's time to get you in there. It's just like the same process you go to if you want a visa for some countries. There are organizations that take the sweat off you. They guide you to get all your documents together. Yes, we will guide you to get all those documents. We will submit on your behalf before you now come in and they do physical inspection. So feel free to contact our organization for any kind of assistance you need to grow your business. And I can see that someone said he's just coming in and he did not get the features of the benefits of the accounting software. That's not what we handled today. So by next week, we are going to give you opportunity, just like 3 minutes for the executive to present to you. Just write your phone number there in the chat box. We will give you a call immediately after. But this product will help you to track your sales, your expenses, your taxes, will help you control your cash flow and the cost. You know, it will give you informed decisions that will be based on real-time data. You'll be able to compare your budgets and you will track your profitability. I mean, it's something you need to experience to enjoy the benefits it really offers your system, your office accounting system. Would like to thank you one more time for joining us. Okay, so those of you that need the accounting package, kindly write your phone numbers, your email, and those of you that will be needing the Bank of Industry loan, which is bigger, much bigger than the NISAL, please indicate so. in the chat box, the Bank of Industry, someone will give you a call. The executive in charge will give you a call after this program. And if you need help concerning proposal writing also, you have proposals to write, just indicate also. I have Namdi Philip. You dropped your phone number and email. Kindly include what exactly you would be needing so that the right person can contact you. Thank you very much. I don't have any more questions now, so I will take it that we are done. I would like to say a very big thank you to Moji that made the presentation on the loans. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Dr. Olubanjo for his presentation today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, someone is saying something. Okay, thank you very much. I've seen, okay. I'd like to say a very big thank you to Chief Alaribe and Professor Oluwalano, all from the University of Agric Abeokuta, Chief Alaribe from ICANN, council member from ICANN. I'd like to thank every one of you. I can see that there are so many special people. I may not be able to mention your names, but you are greatly appreciated for being part of this program. Next week, we're also going to meet by 1 o'clock on Wednesday. Please, if your phone number is not with us, if someone invited you for this event, kindly drop your phone number and your name so that we can add you to our WhatsApp group, and it will be easier for you to get the notice for the next meeting. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. Have a great and successful business. Thank you.
To be the signatory to that.
Thank you.